this out for later, but you know what? We'll just hang in the meantime. It's no big deal. So I'll give everybody a little bit to get in here, if anybody's even going to get in here, because we didn't really announce it, because I'm like a dog chasing cars on the road. I don't know what's coming next, right? But I do plan on coming up with a plan, so I think that'll be cool to do. Yeah. All right. So I see there's still nobody in here. Cool. But if anybody happens to be watching this later, what we're here to do to talk about today is we're going to go over the new trade-in hall here at Mountain Music Exchange that we've just taken in today. And we're also going to be talking about sort of how trades work, what makes trades cool at Mountain Music Exchange, why people happen to enjoy them. Sound off, by the way, in the comments in the chat below here, if you can even hear me. I'm not even sure if this mic is working today. Hopefully it is, and hopefully it is not soul-crushingly annoying in the audio department for you. I don't know. Just let me know. And then I'm also going to be shooting a video after this today talking about some guitars that we'll probably have go up on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday now will be like a premiere. So we're going to be doing like a live chat with me during the premiere of each and every video. So I think that should be pretty fun to check out. Should be pretty interesting. I really enjoyed last Tuesdays, actually. We got to sort of chat during the video. It wasn't a lot of folks yet, but it was kind of the first time we'd done it. And thought it was pretty cool to get to chat about the guitars, what might be, different from, previous iterations of that same guitar or whatever, for example, right? So I had a lot of fun doing that, and I hope to have a lot more fun chatting with a lot more of you guys later. I think that'll be pretty darn cool, if I do say so myself. And with that, I'm just going to hang out for a little bit and let everybody kind of get time to join. Should be pretty cool. All right. And worst comes to worst, if it doesn't, nobody happens to, show up for this, that's fine too. I'll still go over the trades and do a couple of things, with regards to that. That way, anybody that might be coming along later checks out our live section can still actually check those videos out or check those guitars out that I'll be talking about. One thing I'm nervous about is this is my first live, so I don't typically find myself not having control over like the audio video aspect of it, right? So that's a little interesting. I'm actually going to check out the chat box here real quick. Top chat, live chat. Let's do live chat. There we go. We want all messages to be visible. I want everybody to be able to talk, chat, hang out, and hopefully have a little bit of fun here with your old pal Clay here, Mountain Music Exchange today. All right. So yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff in, actually. As often seems to happen with certain scenarios at the store, I had a really cool guitar I was going to talk about. I don't really want to spoil it, just in case we get another one in soon. I can chat about it anyway. We had a really cool guitar in. We took in some trades toward that guitar. People are pretty good about wanting to sort of trade up with us. We do have a really, I would consider it, not just because I work here, I would genuinely consider it a top tier sort of trading program that we have here at Mountain Music Exchange. And so we find ourselves with a lot of really cool gear. People want to trade up. There's one person in there. Will you say hi? Hello, one person. Thank you for hanging out even as long as you already have. And then, so yeah, I think it might be pretty cool to try this out, do this, talk about sort of how the trades work. You didn't stick around. That's fine. Talk about how the trades work here at MME. And any other questions that you guys might have about the store, our location, our hours, anybody that might want to just chime in with some guitar chat, questions, music chat, anything you guys want to do, I'm excited to do it. So hopefully we got enough folks sort of on the pipeline to be able to stream in and do that sort of thing. We have been live for 5 whole minutes now. So yeah, should be pretty cool. I know I've said that 30 times. There's nobody in here watching. But maybe when this goes live, or rather when the broadcast later comes in, right, you'll be able to see that. So, hey, who knows? Could be pretty cool. Let me make sure, hang with me here, one person that's in here. We've got all messages visible. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So anything that you guys want to chat about, just throw something in the chat box. I'm getting increasingly older as the days go on, so I may lean in and look at your message. I apologize. It's not going to look very cool. None of the guitars here are lefties, by the way. They are simply, well, I'm using the forward-facing camera for obvious reasons, right? So I can chat with you guys and hang out. So everything's a little backwards. You can see that on my shirt. And I don't even know where my good side is anymore, gang. I'm just chit-chatting and goofing off here. But again, any guitar questions you have, any questions you have related to the store, I'll be more than happy to answer it. And once we get a few people in here, I will start going over these really cool guitars. There's one I'm really excited to talk about today. Anybody that has hung out here long enough knows that I'm a super big Gibson fanatic. Matter of fact, I will actually just go ahead and break it out. Check out this Slash Anaconda Les Paul. That is a cool ride, is it not? Again, let me know in the chat if you are in the chat or want to chat. But something I like about this one, actually, I thought was pretty cool, was like, not only can you see the flame in this, but you can actually sort of see it over top of the clear coat. You can see the wave in it based on the flame, which I think is just really cool. These slash Buckers, I think they actually were called for just a split second, and then they sort of changed the name just to, you know, Custom Bucker Slash, something like that. But yeah, super cool. It's got an ABR1 style bridge here. I'm one of those guys, one of those snobs that says the ABR1 has to go straight into the body from the bridge itself. So there's a post, comes out from here and goes straight into the wood for resonance, etc. I don't know how much of that I actually buy, but I do think that a true ABR1 does that. But this does have a very good approximation, ABR1 with the wire retainer here. But it does go into a bushing. You can see that. Oh, you actually can see that. Look at that. Pretty cool. You can see that. Thank you for the like, by the way. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. But thumb bleeders here, just a cool, cool piece. This is, I think, at least in the store, correct me if I'm wrong, this is one of the sort of rare, you know, finishes on this. You don't often, I don't often see Anaconda burst. This may even be one of the first ones, you know, that does that. And also, yes, I think it is super cool, even before I worked here, which now has been a while. I do think it is super cool that we've got like a place here, you know, locally to my area. We're located in Pikeville, Kentucky, right? So we're in Eastern Kentucky, and we have an Eastern Kentucky dealership that has Gibson Custom, Fender Custom Shop, Haim Gretsch guitars, Charvel, Jackson. I think it's pretty darn cool, honestly. I really, really do. And so not even as a person that is, you know, affiliated directly with Mountain Music Exchange, but just as somebody who likes guitars and likes to be able to actually play and have access to those, I think it is super cool to be able to do that in person, locally. I've been doing this basically, and by doing this, I mean, like, you know, I was like a kid all the way up through college, all the way up through, you know, before now. My whole life from, we'll say, age 12 up till now was, you know, wanting to access local guitars and be able to actually feel them and play them. Because you can sit and read a spec sheet. You can watch a video all day. And I know, as someone who does these videos, I can tell you that it still does not equal having the thing in your hand, being able to play it. This is obviously a used model, by the way. We need to do a little bit of cleanup, but we did just take this in. And also, thank you again for that comment. Very cool, very cool. I think someone is trying to break in on me here.
You want anything from Double Quick? I'm sorry, I had to ask you. I couldn't go and not ask.
You know what? Yeah, let me text it to you.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi to? This is, if you get a guitar shipped to you, this is the guy who sends it out. Signs a little card. That's Jay. So everyone say hey to Jay. Give a big thumbs up to Jay. He is the coolest dude. That is a big thumb up, by the way. Yeah, I'll text it to you, man.
Are you live?
I am.
Oh, my
No, you're good. You're good.
bad. I did not expect you to be live.
Oh, no worries, man. I am, though.
You got any Moorah or a card?
Oh, yeah, right. I should probably give you something to pay for this with. Hang tight, gang. Hold on. Jay has accosted me here.
Text me.
I'll text you, buddy.
I'm going to the door.
All right, thanks. All right. Anyway, back to guitars. We've got this really cool slash Gibson Les Paul. Love that water slide decal. If any of you guys have ever watched like the Andertons videos, you see sort of how they apply that decal, and that's really, I just think that's just a cool little extra touch. A lot of the signature guys are getting this now. I think Dave Mustaine has his cool silhouette symbol on the back, so just a lot of cool stuff here. Of course, stop bar. It's a Les Paul. There's not a mountain of things I can really go on and on and on about here that I haven't gone on and on and on about in a bunch of other videos. So, see, what I'll probably do is just get to the next one. All right. I'm sure you probably just heard my beard rake across the microphone as well. Anyway, speaking of Les Pauls, here's another one. But this one is a very cool modified Epiphone. And how is it modified, you ask? Well, it's got a little bit of black hardware here with the strap locks. But do not ignore these cool EMG pickups. How cool is that? I'm going to guess somebody is on some level, even if it's not why they did this, somebody's probably a Metallica fan, right? So, yeah. Pretty darn neat. Pretty darn neat. But this one is in Alpine White, or Classic White, I think they may call it now. Kind of the standard fare as far as the other hardware here goes. You have the ABR1 style bridge, again, goes into a bushing rather than directly into the body. With this one appears to be, oh yeah, we have an ebony fretboard here. Big mother of pearl split diamond there that I always think is really, really cool. And you guys have bailed again. All right, I'm going to text Jay real quick, give him a quick what I would like. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Anyway, gang, my apologies on that one. But next up, we got a pretty cool guitar here. I'm a big Gibson nerd, but I do not discount the quality and coolness of a good Fender. So here is a Fender American Ultra 2. Check that out in Ultra Burst. No, I didn't look on the back. It's not written on the back. I don't have a cheat sheet, but in Ultra Burst. So pretty darn neat. Maple fingerboard. These have the best rolled fingerboards I've ever felt on a guitar. They are just so rolled and so smooth. It feels like they're almost edgeless. I mean, I know it doesn't look that way and it's not actually that way, but it feels like they're almost like edgeless, right? In the way that they sort of connect here. So I think that's pretty neat. But Lumenlay inlays, one of my other favorite parts of this here. I'll try to get you a closer shot. There you go. You can see those, how they're sort of like a knot filled in circle. Those glow in the dark. I think that is just the coolest darn thing. If you've got stage lights or just low light in general, you can just play these, and I think they just show up, and I think it's cool. I took a picture of one in the dark. It showed up great. I thought it was awesome. Noiseless pickups. I think this is Gen 4 noiseless pickups. Yeah. Anodized pickguard, which I think does not get enough love, to be honest with you. I love anodized pickguards for some reason. I don't think there's any technical reason for it. Just cool that it's metal, not plastic. S1 switch here to sort of adjust for the impedance of the pickup, which I think is pretty darn neat also. And you know, I just noticed this on these guitars. It's like the switch is just a little bit diagonal, and that's kind of perfect. It sort of goes right where your hand would go. Just boom, boom. It's not straight up and down. Doesn't feel like you're shifting gears. Just sort of a fluid motion. I love that. That is a thing. I've seen a million of these roll through, and that is something I did not notice. So, pretty darn neat. Super, super knurled knobs, by the way. You can see that. It's not just like a texture. You're going to get a hold of these pretty darn easy, right? Cutaway in the back. You've got like this sort of a carve here. You can see it in the light too. Let me get it. There we go. In the light too, and you can get it sort of in there around. Pretty neat. Pretty darn cool strap locks on this one. You do get that Fender sort of hard, like SKB sort of hard plastic case. It's really, really rugged. I actually kind of rather have that in most cases, to be honest. But anyway, and you get the sort of carved away sort of heel here, so you do have better access to it all the way around. And there is somebody that made a comment on the last video I did about this. So I'm wearing a silicone ring now. Do not panic. You will not hear this clacking against the wood. Not going to happen today. All right. But pretty cool trades we got in here. I like them a lot. We are one of the sort of premier used guitar places. Now, again, we are an authorized new guitar place as well. We have, again, Fender Custom Shop, Gibson Custom Shop, Epiphone, Squire, Ibanez, Jackson Charvel, EVH, Gretsch. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Oh, Martin Guitars for the acoustic stuff. And we will trade, you can come to us, sort of trade up used for new or used for used, or if you've got, a Gibson USA, for example, and you want to go to a Gibson Custom Shop, we've got ways of making that work with, we'll say minimal pain, minimal fuss, minimal hit to you on your end. We have a system that is pretty darn good. I don't want to give away any trade secrets, right? But it's pretty neat. And we have a lot of really cool sort of things that we can do to make trades work, I think, better than other places. I think there is a reason that people come to us instead of bigger places, right? And so I think that's going to have us on this one, gang. We have not hit any milestones on this one, and that's okay. But we will be back, and we will do more lives. So if you're watching this as it's archived, right, we will be doing more lives that pop in. We're going to try to do it every Saturday, maybe hitting around 2 o'clock. I know I did a video earlier that said 4. That's a little late because we close at 5 on Saturdays. So at around 2 o'clock, we'll start doing more lives and doing more things where we hang out and chat about just the hauls that have come in or any other topic that you guys want to bring up and chat about. That would be super cool. And I would love to chat with you guys more, talk with you guys more directly rather than just shoot videos out at you. Let me know what you think. If you're watching this archive, let me know what you think in the comments below. You're the one person that's in here right now. Let me know in the chat right now. Hurry. What do you think? Can you even hear me? I don't know. But okay. Gang, that's going to have us on this live for today. Again, we'll try to start doing these at around 2 o'clock. I'll put out a short video that reminds everybody that lives have switched over to 2. We're trying to develop a plan for consistency right now so that you guys don't have to stay on your toes just to keep up with us chatting about guitars, right? But thank you guys for all the likes. In the previous videos. Thank you guys for even watching the previous videos. Thank you guys for any comments that you've left in the previous videos. I really appreciate it. We will be back, gang. We will have more going on here at Mountain Music Exchange. This sucker has lock and tuners. I didn't talk about that. We will have more going on here at Mountain Music Exchange. Hopefully we will start to develop a more robust YouTube channel system. We've got a few things in the works right now. I know I say that all the time, but we're always trying to sort of figure out how we can make the next cool thing happen. But that's got it, gang. I'm Clay. You rock. And wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, make it loud. 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 See you, gang.